What up guys, welcome back to the video. It's MoBeast here again. Thank you guys for clicking on the video. Hopefully this is a solution that can help a lot of PCVR users out there that use a Quest 3. So let's get right into it. But real quick, please mind the mess in the back. There are some changes going on, but I'll update you guys with that later. But right now the focus of the video is keeping your Quest 3 charged while gaming. This is a common problem that you see on the internet and videos and Reddit threads and Google and everything. People trying to say and find out solutions. How do I keep my Quest 3 fully charged using PC Link while I'm gaming? Now the issue is a lot of people have is that they're in a kind of dilemma where they have to use virtual desktop and they have to sacrifice visual fidelity, and some of them may not have the resources to get, you know, a stronger router, or even with that it's not enough, or they prefer to have better fidelity, or they may not have a great graphics card. They might be at a 10 series graphics card where they're not able to, you know, get optimal virtual desktop settings. I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons, or people just want both. So for me, I like to have best of both worlds. You could go virtual desktop, use the Bobo VR swappable batteries, or just have the original Meta headset with the expandable battery, all that stuff. But some people just kind of want to play PCVR with a cable to get the max fidelity and just stay in there for a long period of time. But the issue is battery life, because you're not able to fully charge your Quest 3 or get enough power to it from your PC with these USB-C ports into the headset. Because a lot of the USB-C ports that you're seeing that are going to be directly in the back of the motherboard or in the front header of the case, which is mostly the case, or some people who use USB-A ports. There are other solutions. I haven't personally tested them, where you do a USB-A to the Quest 3, but there's a second cord that goes to a wall charger. Haven't really tested that, and I'm not really sure how the performance is with that. There are probably a lot of different variables, but that's not the point of the video. This is to focus on USB-C ports. So this is how I kind of ran into it. I have a Lian Li 011 Dynamic XL case back in 2020. This is 2019 version. Bought it with my 3090 graphics card. I did my full upgrade on my PC. The USB-C port died all of a sudden. I've done everything I could. I changed the cable on the case about 4 or 5 times. None of them worked. This is the cable that goes from the case into the motherboard. For people who don't know, there's a port on the motherboard that supports 3.2 Gen 2 USB-C, amongst other slots that support different USB-C slots on your case. Again, this varies from case to case, motherboard to motherboard. This solution is going to vary depending on your setup. May or may not work for you. So a lot of you could say, why don't you use USB-C port on the back? The front and the back are both 20 gigabits, 3.2 Gen 2 USB-C slots. But I've noticed on my PC that the front one always performed better. I think it shared less bandwidth with other channels on the motherboard. I was getting probably, I think on the back, like 1.7, 1.8 gigabits. On the front, I was getting 1.9 to 2 gigabits. When you do the test on the Oculus Link app, you can test the bandwidth of the cable. And I use the official Meta Quest PC VR Link cable all the time. I've had it for so long. To give you guys some reference, and to give you reference, my motherboard is the MSI X570S Ace Max motherboard. It's an AMD motherboard. I've gone through several MSI motherboards in this generation. I've had some issues, but some of them, you know, it's a long story, but essentially the motherboard's fine. It's just that one port died. I'm not sure what's going on. I've done factory reset wipes. I've done device manager settings, power management settings, you name it. I've done everything for the last several months. So for anyone out there who's not trying to give me a solution, you can go ahead, but I've probably done it. So how I stumbled upon this is because I wanted the best performance for my USB-C slot to the Quest 3, because I didn't want to sacrifice fidelity. Because I've noticed in the back slot of the motherboard, the USB-C port, I got some, even though the bandwidth was enough, I had sometimes some weird performance issues happening from the back. And I didn't want to keep unplugging my USB-C hub, or having my Quest 3 plugged into the hub and have future performance issues. So I wanted to find a solution. So I did find a PCIe slot card that supports 3.2 Gen 2 20 gigabits USB-C. So I stumbled upon this solution to a problem without really meaning to. I just wanted to have a dedicated USB-C slot for my Quest. To give you guys an idea, also, I have a 1300 watt power supply, a 5950X, 3090 graphics card, 64 gigs of RAM, and a bunch of other stuff plugged into the motherboard. So just bear in mind that the setup that I have, because again, I'm going to reiterate that this may not work for everyone. It's dependent and contingent upon the motherboard and your setup that you have. So I don't want you guys to go ahead and try it and you're going to blame me that I said it's going to work. It just really depends. And I'll get into that a little bit later. So my motherboard has 3 PCIe X16 slots. So if you look at a motherboard, there's these big slots that are in there, and that's where your graphics card goes in, amongst other devices that you can plug in there. Like you put sound cards, Elgato capture cards, or whatever. So this one needs an X16, so it takes the big slot, not the small slots. So the problem with my motherboard is that it shares the third one. I wanted to put it all the way at the bottom so it's not too close to the graphics card. The bottom PCIe slot shares bandwidth with the M.2s that I have in there for number 3 and 4. I have 4 M.2s. So I had to pick either the M.2s or the slot, and I didn't like that. So I went ahead and put it on the second one, and it has enough clearance where it's not blocking the fan on the graphics card from the bottom, and it's not touching it, so it's enough clearance. So I started gaming, and I noticed that my Quest 3, by the way, was at 100% charge. And I noticed, you know, about 25 minutes in, I went to grab a sip of water, and I looked at my headset. It had a green light still on my Quest 3. I was like, that was interesting. Like, I didn't know, because I always knew that PCVR, when you plug in the cable, like the cable to PC, it's not going to stay fully charged. I went to the Quest Home. I was playing Contractor Showdown. Went to Quest Home, looked at the dashboard. It said my Quest was still 100%. I was like, that's odd. Maybe give it a little bit more time. I played 50 minutes total. I still was about 98 to 100% charged. Every time I would check on it, here and there, it would fluctuate between that time, between that range. And I was like, that's interesting. So I never really thought of it, because usually it's coming directly from the PCIe slot that it's able to fully power the cable and the Quest 3, and you know, just utilize all the resources for bandwidth, for VR, and fully charge it. Again, this really depends on the motherboard and the PC you have. It's worth a shot. It's really hard. It's not that hard to install, actually. It's really easy. You just have to open up your case and slide it in. There's a bunch of videos. I'll link the product. They're both on Amazon. There's one that's a 3.2 20 gigabits. It's only one slot, a USB-C, and there's one that has 2 USB-C ports, but they're both 10 gigabits. So it's really up to you. I tried the 3.2 Gen 2 20 gigabits. Now the 2-port USB-C may not work. I don't know. I didn't try it, but I tried this one, and I was able to fully keep my Quest 3 charged, fully charged, while playing Contractor Showdown for about 45 minutes. So that's just my finding. I got good performance on it. The bandwidth on the Meta Quest Link, it was 2.1 gigabits consistently, so it was pretty good. So I can't complain. It was awesome accidental find. So hope this video helps you guys out. Maybe let me know if you guys try it out, or what other solutions you guys have. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to please like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Take care, guys. Peace.